a guy that we call a legend. He,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have been involved in intercollegiate sports over the years, particularly HBCU and PWIs as well, you know that this young man rocked and rolled with Ray Flowers at Winston-Salem State, North Carolina A&T, and North Carolina Central, and he's a Hall of Famer, NC Sports Hall of Famer. Let's welcome to the Sports Shop again, Coach Bill Hayes. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Doing
Oh
great.
man, we're doing fantastic. Always a pleasure and excited to talk to you, Coach, and having you call in today. Really want you to talk about a unbelievable event you got coming up next month.
Well, on May 12th, we're having a golf tournament. Actually, it's a charity golf tournament for the Bill and Carolyn Hayes Foundation, and it all boils down to one thing. I remember when I was coaching at HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
I never had enough of nothing. You know, it was always a struggle. You know, I worked so hard from Monday to Friday to put things in place, to get a bus, to get hotel rooms, to get food for the kids. Saturday at game time, I was wore out. I'm serious. I mean, I was just wore out from stress, from just trying to get to the game. And my goal is to try to give as much back to the HBCUs in our area, so that those coaches won't have to go through what I went through, because it was really hard to field a team, and then we have to talk about winning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get to the game was a victory. Really, I'm seriously.
Yeah.
If you ever went down that road,
Yeah.
you would know that just to get a team to the game on time was a victory, and then to actually win the game
Yeah.
was a bonus. So I just want to, when I retired, I look back on my career,
Sure.
and I look at what other coaches are doing, and I watch these guys struggle to field a team and get meals and get buses and do recruiting and get from point A to point B. It all costs money. And you never have enough money, and nothing's worse to have a kid somewhere that can make a difference in your program.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have enough money to go see him.
Wow.
You can't get to the home visit. I mean, that's real. And so I started this golf tournament last year to raise money to give to the coaches. I mean, directed to their program, so that when something comes up that they need to get done, they don't have to have sleepless nights worrying about how they're going to make ends meet. And so our golf tournament is in my name, and it's at Maple Chase Country Club, May the 12th, and we're going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning, probably have 2 flights. And believe it or not, all the big boys, big schools, they have already bought in. I've got stuff, auction items coming in from University of Texas.
Wow.
Wow.
Nick Saban sent me a ball and a helmet
Oh,
and
man.
a lot of Alabama
that's awesome.
paraphernalia
Oh,
to
man.
have when I saw an auction. Mac Brown has already sent me a signed football from Mark May and himself. Mac Brown is a super individual.
Yeah.
And he has really, last year he came up and played. He might be tied up this year, but we got stuff from Michigan State. Coach has already sent his ball and his helmet down. Ohio State has sent a jersey and a football down.
Wow.
And we're going to be getting athletic paraphernalia and basketballs and footballs and all. I've got a kid that I coach, Rudy Artis, up in Virginia.
Uh-huh.
After he finished playing, he started his own cosmetics business. So we got a lot of women's cosmetics. And,
Wow.
we're gonna have a little bit of everything at our silent auction. So we're gonna have a big day. I think we're gonna do really well, and I think we're gonna be able to give real money You know, you don't have to go through no procedures to get our money. I'm gonna get it right to you. I know what you're going through. I've been there, so
Wow.
I'm gonna get the money directly to the coaches, and so they can do what they got to do and make their lives a little bit easier.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We are excited. We're talking to legendary coach, North Carolina Sports Hall of Famer, Coach Bill Hayes, and we're talking about on Friday, May the 12th. It's the Hayes Foundation annual charity golf tournament. So, Coach Hayes, can you give us a little bit more information on how people can support? You talked about the great auctions and things like that. Supporting if we're not able to be there, if you still have availability for more teams, things like that. So, can you tell us what website where we need to go to find out how to support this amazing event?
Well, we've got the BillHayesGolf.com is online. All our information is online and easy accessible, and our P.O. Box, in case somebody wants to write a check, is P.O. Box 17066, P.O. Box 17066, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The zip code is 27166. So any amount will help. It's amazing sometimes what $50 will do.
That's right. That's right.
When you're in a small program, I mean, people just don't know. When they go out to these games and they watch these guys on the sidelines performing, you have no clue about what it took for them to get there to that game.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I've been there. I know how it feels.
I have too. Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that nobody has to go through the struggle that I went through, that I can have something to say about.
Oh, man, we talked to legendary Coach Bill Hayes. And, of course, you can go to billhayes.org, and you can contribute online directly, or it'll tell you how to contribute by mail. Hey, Coach, when they play the football games at Winston-Salem State home games, what stadium do they play in over there?
Oh, Bowman Gray Stadium. We play in the legendary Bowman Gray Stadium, and hey, the field is named after me, Earl.
That's where he was getting to.
So, Coach, I got to ask you, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's no mistake that Nick Saban, Mac Brown, all those guys, and guys from mistake are contributing to it, and people don't forget your contributions, particularly. I mean, you as one of the first blacks, even coach at Wake Forest, things of that nature. So let's talk about. I mean, since we got you on, just talk about just your life as a coach. Give us, because I got you on here. I got to ask you stuff like that. Just your career as a coach, and how. I mean, I know how satisfied you are in terms of the people you impacted.
Well, I had polio when I was in the second grade, and, it was a question about whether I would even walk or not. So I used to lay in the bed, look out the window, and watch the guys play basketball on a basketball court near my house down in Durham, North Carolina. I just asked God hey, please let me get up and walk, and if you let me walk, I'm going to run. If you let me run, I'm going to jump. I'm never going to let you down. And just let me get up out of this bed and give me a chance. And, God was good to me. He gave me my strength. And I made All-State at Hillside High School in Durham in football, played on all the sports teams, and went on to Central and was a 3-time All-American center and middle linebacker. And I was the first black coach in a Division I program east of the Mississippi that coached a position. I dealt with all of that, and I had fun. I mean, I thought I never felt like I was the first black. I was a coach that happened to be black.
Yeah,
that's right. That's good.
I was better than everybody else. I felt like I really felt like I had more talent than all them guys I was working with, and I could out coach them. I could out recruit them. I could do the whole number. And back in 1976, I had a chance to. I had to ask myself, are you going to stay in this circuit in Division I? It might be 30 years before you're a head coach. When is this thing going to change? So I decided to had an opportunity to coach at Winston-Salem State as a head football coach. And I had less money, less everything that I had when I was at Wake Forest, but that wasn't why I was doing it. I had a burning desire to be a head football coach and to guide and direct men and programs and so I took the job, and we were 0-11 the year before, and 1-10 the year before that. And my wife said, "Are you crazy?" Yeah, but I said, no, this is something that I'm gonna do. Man, look, you ever had something that you got tied up in, that you was actually high on it?
Yeah.
That you didn't need no drugs, you didn't need no alcohol.
Wow.
You just high on what you're doing.
We're doing it every day right now. Yep.
Yeah, I had a natural high. Wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, ready to go, and I did more work from 5:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning than most people do all day.
Tell me about it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I went hard, and we did well at Winston-Salem State. We broke records. We had 2 undefeated seasons and won championships, and sent guys. We were sending 6, 7 guys to the NFL every year.
Wow.
And, my guys did great. One of the good ones was right down in Raleigh, Donald Evans and and Blaylock. They're from right down in Raleigh area, and both of them went on and made All-American and went on and played in the NFL. And I had over 150 guys when I stopped counting that went on to the NFL.
Wow.
And so, yeah, man. And after I went to A&T, and we had some great teams in Aggieland and tried to build that program. You know what? Our locker room at A&T when I took the job, we didn't have 35 people, wouldn't house but 35 kids.
Wow.
And I had 115 kids on the team and with lockers for 35. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's why I'm having this golf tournament to raise money for schools like A&T and Winston-Salem and North Carolina Central, where I went to school. And so, yeah, it's been a great. Went from A&T and became an AD at Central and an AD at FAMU, and
that's right.
Trying to raise money to put things together and never had enough. So that's kind of my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, Coach, hey, Coach, just hear you say all those things is more than the reason why people to support this golf tournament, because obviously you have, I mean, you have majored in every aspect of coaching and as a player, in particular in places where we need people like you, and we're going to support you, and hopefully people will support as well.
Absolutely, and it's been impactful throughout. And I think one of the things I saw on his site that I loved, it talks about his legacy, it talks about his life, but his commitment.
Yes,
and that's why we're talking to him today, and it's advanced.
And it's give back,
HBCUs because of his commitment that he still has. And that's why we want to support this event.
Hey, Coach, we may get you back on one more time before the event, because I want people to really know about it. We want to support you, and thank you for calling us, sharing some of your great stories with us as well.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys, and I'm hearing from Elizabeth City and Shaw and St. Aug. They big time, and Bobby Purcell over at NC State. All of them in the boat. They all with me, and we're all going to be there at the tournament.
All right, Coach. Well, we're going to be there too, Coach, to support you. So, but we'll talk to you soon. Okay?
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, take care.
That's good stuff.
Man, that's great.